Ice Barbie might soon need to look for a new job because this whole mass deportation thing is not working out. The National Guard deployment is angering a lot of people. It's falling apart. You got frogs dancing in the streets, everybody. And we have a couple different angles on this that we're gonna cover, the continued and developing chaos. But the first is a big one, and that is that the cruelty, like sort of as a governing strategy of your mass deportation, has gotten so bad and so undeniable that they appear to have lost Marjorie Greene. Take a look.
As a conservative and as a business owner in the construction industry and as a realist, I can say we have to do something about labor, and that needs to be a smarter plan than just rounding up every single person and deporting them just like that.
Right.
So, and I'm gonna get pushback on that, but I'm just living in reality from here on out.
Yeah.
And if anybody's mad at me for saying the truth, then I'm sorry.
I'm glad that she's gonna be living in reality from here on out. Some of us were living there before, but that's good. She said you can't just go and deport everyone, and some people might be mad at her over that. She correctly predicted, and I'm kind of mad, not about what she said in that clip, but about every other thing she's ever said about immigration, because now it's like, oh, she wants a more humane, a more intelligent, well thought out, strategic deportation plan. And that's good. And I'm welcoming her. Don't say I'm not welcoming her. I'm welcoming her. I'm just gonna, as I welcome her, I'm just gonna remind everyone that right after the election, she said in 63 days, we will secure our borders and start the largest mass deportation operation in history. If you're in this country illegally, pack your bags, you're going back. And look, we could show hundreds of her tweets about it. She was very on board with just everybody who is here illegally. But now she's one of the people that doesn't like the cruelty she's seeing, which is good. It's good. I don't like the cruelty either. So she's on our side. That's awesome, that little podcast appearance. Let me just, if I can, just for a second, put a little bit of a dampening on maybe the good spirits you might have watching that as you see what the host said immediately after her comments.
If anybody's mad at me for saying the truth, then I'm sorry.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, ladies and gentlemen, our next president. Sorry, JD Vance. Well, I mean, there's people are saying it. I go to dinner parties.
Yeah, I heard you.
Well, by the way,
I heard you on Joe Rogan.
No. Okay, let's just tamp that down as fast as we possibly can. Yeah, so he was on Joe Rogan. We're gonna get to the Joe Rogan in just a sec, but like the immediate turn from they're saying something now that's reasonable, so they should be president. Okay, I kind of think, let's say that it's not just on these issues, but Marjorie Greene is in fact better on all of the issues. Would it not still be better to have been good on those issues before? But anyway, she mentioned Rogan. Rogan too has, and by the way, this isn't even that new. He's been doing this for a few months, noticing how cruel and how boneheaded this deportation strategy has been. Take a look.
When you're just arresting people in front of their kids and just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years, that everybody who has a heart can't get along with that.
No.
Everybody who has a heart sees that and goes, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be the only way to do this. If you've been here for 25 years, you have a family, your kids go to school here, you speak the language, you're just illegal. But you're a contributing member to the community that up until now has been protected. This is crazy to ask lower income and middle income people who are, kind of getting by, and then all of a sudden you're about to ship them to a country where they've never been. They haven't been since they were 4.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pull up their family and and they've been in the community like that. That shows no heart. And that's the problem. Like, you're not gonna get any reasonable people to want to go along with that.
And he's right there. A lot of people are turning against this, including Republicans, including people like Joe Rogan, including people like Marjorie Greene, and that's great. That's great. I don't know why he's dressed like either a priest or maybe a Jedi Master. I'm not sure about that. Is it cosplay week on the Rogan Experience? I'm not sure. But so that's good. So Marjorie says it's boneheaded, which it is. Joe Rogan says it's heartless, which it is. Jayar, I'm gonna throw to you. Is it me being unproductive to ask both of them, how did you not know that this is how it was gonna be? He said mass deportation. He was not, Donald Trump has lied a lot, but he's never really hidden how brutal this will be. He said it would be a bloody business. That we'd like, how did Joe Rogan's just aghast at what he's seeing. What did you think Donald Trump was gonna do? You endorsed him for president less than 1 year ago. And now you're amazed by this. But sorry, am I being unproductive and unwelcoming?
John, it's more unproductive to even ask whether or not you're being unproductive in pointing out the obvious. Can I be more unproductive? Maybe, because Marjorie Taylor Greene, you gave a flashback of a post that she had that contradicted what it is that she's talking about. I'm talking about a couple days ago, 3 days ago, she posted about Bad Bunny, who's supposed to be performing at the Super Bowl, and how upset she is over this, and how he's asking folks to learn some Spanish so they can understand the song, because that's some kind of a directive that everyone has to do or something, maybe get more intelligent, maybe learn something. That's what they're offended by. But she's gonna talk about, she wants to make English the official language of America. She said, it's about time we do that now because Bad Bunny and his evil, demonic, provocative performances, whatever it is that she's talking about.
Perverse.
So is this the same person who's now on shows talking about all these populist things? I literally just got through talking about this, if you haven't noticed, John. She's going down this same road of trying to sanitize herself, to make herself look better, so that people, as she pointed out from the very beginning, I'm gonna get pushback on this. If you're gonna point out how you're gonna get pushback on it, and that's part of your pitch, it means you're expecting that pushback to benefit you. What politician, especially someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's proven to us consistently who she is, how is it that someone like that isn't gonna be the same person who's looking to benefit themselves constantly? She's talked before about her kids aren't gonna be able to make it in this world now. She's a multi-millionaire. So help your kids out. Pull them up by you all those bootstraps that you got. I'm so tired of people buying into this BS. I was really close to saying it. When Joe Rogan and her are now suddenly awake. Are they woke now? It's weird. It's weird. I remember he said the people who are upset about the mass deportation policies, anybody who's okay with this must be heartless. Those same people with hearts that he's calling heart now, they used to be people, they used to call them anti-American, pro-mass illegal immigration, pro-fixing elections, TDS, tree huggers, anti-Americans. Like, they've said so many horrific things about folks and called them who it is that they are not. And now when you're figuring it out, you don't have 5 seconds to say, I was wrong. And the next lie that this administration and this Republican Party tells, this next fascist lie that they tell, I'm not gonna believe it, and neither should you. When they say that, I'll give them 2 seconds of a nice polite applause. Until then, this is all BS.
Yeah, look, and there's a little bit in there of Marjorie seeming to admit that she was wrong. Very often people just want to have been right before when they were by their own logic wrong. And now they're even righter than they were before, but they never have to acknowledge that they were wrong. She seems to be doing a little bit of that. And I am looking for reasons to give credit. Joe Rogan, I think he wakes up every day and it's a totally new consciousness. I don't think there's any connection between any of these days, so he's not gonna even been aware of what he said. But I agree with you, man. Like, so when we were saying all last year this was gonna be incredibly wasteful and incredibly heartless and people were gonna die, we were told that we don't understand the plight of regular people whose lives have been ruined by all of this. Why are you guys in your ivory tower so disconnected? You don't understand it. You need to just give in to the xenophobia and all that. But like, they're now saying, the ones who represented real everyday Americans are now saying, I guess we were right the whole time. No credit needs to be given, no apologies, nothing. And so now I'm wondering, okay, well, the more recent thing is we're acknowledging the truth of the crime in all these cities. And we're told, just like we were told last year about immigration, we're being told now, you guys just don't get it. You're so focused on facts and objective reality and all that, what the police say. No. Instead, the fascist is saying crime is up, so just pretend that it is. Because if you don't, then you don't recognize what real people on the ground are saying. Which, by the way, the idea that you think that Joe Rogan, who has hundreds of millions of dollars, has any connection to what regular people think. No, I understand that, like, he goes to UFC. That doesn't mean he's like chilling, talking to regular people. So anyway, some credit to Marjorie Greene.
John, you and me are gonna take to the streets, bro. Exactly. John was on the edge. You guys notice John was on the edge.
No.
Just
I
a
have
nudge.
no connection
Now
to
we're
regular
both-
people either. I don't go out if I don't have to, but let's go to the streets. I'm gonna dress up like a frog. You're gonna dress up like a unicorn. We're both gonna twerk.